Austin Matthews out here smiling a little too much, bro. For people, he's like, yo.
That's what the teddy bear's for. You're supposed to hug
Yeah,
it.
it's like, yo, hug the teddy bear. And then you gotta watch these guys celebrate. Aliens are real.
According to who?
According to Barack Obama. Because communism, socialism, it seems great until somebody has to pay the bill.
Yeah.
Right? And that's all that's happening. 2028, that's not Trump that's going to be president.
Yeah.
It's other people
It's
running.
going to be The Rock and Stephen A. Smith.
So Mexico's getting kind of out of hand. You guys see all that? They took out the cartel leader and then chaos.
Lighting up the whole city.
Right? Burning these cars, using them as blockades. I even read on X that they were saying that if their demands aren't met, I think they're saying by 5 p.m., that they're going to start entering hotel rooms and hotels
scary.
and homes and shit. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Imagine being on vacation.
No,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
People were showing like their balconies and they're just like fire. There's like smoke everywhere.
Yeah.
When they look out to the sea.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Canadians and Americans there.
That's crazy.
And like obviously other tourists as well.
Yeah.
They
But, like,
told them
people
to
are just-
shelter in place.
Yeah. You guys see the Costco that was on fire?
Yeah.
Not the Costco.
I feel like, I don't know. Like, it's like,
This is kind of how they respond, right? The cartel, they did in the past too.
yeah, I mean, yeah, the cartel situation like that been that way in Mexico, right? They
Yeah.
kind of run shit just as much
Yeah.
as the government does and shit like that. But it's kind of crazy as like whenever that tourist gap and anyone that they usually leave the tourists alone and don't
Yeah.
really with that. But
Right.
like
Yeah.
now, like it's kind of crazy a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you're getting the full Mexican experience there, right?
I guess that's a part of visiting Mexico, I suppose. And they're flipping out too, it's like because they're doing all this and messing up like buildings. They're having the World Cup in Mexico as well.
Oh yeah.
gonna be-
Oh, I saw that.
It's in all of North America.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are saying to not have it there anymore, right?
To not
To
have it in
change it,
Mexico?
yeah, 'cause,
Well,
like-
if the cartels take over it, you can't do anything.
This is kind of crazy, but Puerto Vallarta isn't close to Cancun, really. And Cancun's like the hub of like the whole tourist
Tourists, right?
situation
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Mexico,
Yeah.
but it's still
Scary
I feel like,
nonetheless. They know where the tourists are at. if they
saw
want.
a bunch of stuff even about the Guadalajara airport and the Puerto Vallarta airport, but apparently that was just hysteria.
The chaos.
And people
Yeah.
are
Yeah, people
panicking
are
and
running
shit.
all over.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
It doesn't seem like they're going after civilians and stuff. If it feels like it's just like a,
Yeah.
cartel
Yeah, like
versus.
from the video, I saw some guy came, like a bunch of them came in a car, had their guns out, and they made like the civilians drive off. Then they lit the gas station on fire.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they're just trying to cause damage to the city.
Mainly against the government.
I even saw a video of like some of the cartel members. These guys are fully decked out in like army gear and shit. They have
Yeah.
like the goggles on.
Yeah,
and
they
shit.
don't play
like they're
around.
different,
Yeah.
man. It's not like it's like they're disadvantaged or whatever. They're kind
the
of crazy.
big guns too. Like, the big guns.
We're talking about other countries. These 2000 Olympics wrapped up.
all done now.
Yeah, I think we have a picture of the medal count. Canada
Norway
on-
ran away
on the-
with it.
On Norway, yeah.
They
But
always do.
They always do. The U.S. got 12 gold medals. On the gold medal count, Canada fell all the way to 11th.
Yeah.
Wow.
The vibes just weren't there for Canada. Man.
No.
Italy really impressed as the home country. They were what, third?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they killed it. Even in total medal counts, like Canada did a little bit better there. They're at 21,
Yeah.
which like they're pretty much within range of like Japan, France, Switzerland. Like they're not that far off, other than the top like 4 or 5.
I mean, historically, they're supposed to finish fourth or fifth overall.
But for sure, Canada in the Winter Olympics, like that's kind of crazy. Like especially gold medals, we only got 5. And
5 golds.
And the curling people we were making fun of, they
They're the ones that get the gold. Yeah.
But we all know what the biggest story here was that Canada didn't win gold in hockey.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
The men's and the women's team both bombed against the U.S. They win that. The men's game started at 8 a.m. on a Sunday. Bars in Ontario were serving alcohol
That's,
at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Which is wild, bro. Whoever's up at 6 a.m. is probably cracking a couple brewskis with the boys, right?
I mean, yeah, if you're at the bar, there's not much else to do there.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I personally can't drink like how I used to, but hockey game.
Get into the spirit.
You get into the spirit, you're watching a game.
It's not that often.
Yeah, no, I watched it at home. I wasn't really cracking a couple bruises, just running around and shit right now.
Yeah.
But the game itself, I felt like was a classic. Pretty much from the second period onward, Canada dominated.
Oh yeah.
And then, you hit overtime, 3-on-3. Hughes scores that goal, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah. I mean, USA got lucky there. There's no need for a 3-on-3 in the final. It should be a 5-on-5.
I agree, but then you could say the golden goal with Crosby was 4-on-4, right?
Yeah, at least 4-on-4.
Yeah, but even 3-on-3, you knew it was going to be 3-on-3 going in. It's not like you didn't know it wasn't going to be 3-on-3.
Sure, but it still stings.
But
Like-
the penalty, too many men on the ice, seven guys
That
on the
happened
ice.
in almost every game in the whole tournament.
Yeah. What'd you think about Connor McDavid getting MVP?
I mean, I felt for Connor so much because like back-to-back Stanley Cups, this
Yeah.
guy loses. I think they were both game 7s, and then he gets an MVP in that too, and he just looks just as defeated. And then he loses and then he gets MVP. But
Yeah, when
he deserved the MVP of the tournament. He had 13 points in 6 games. I think that's a record for most ever.
Yeah, most ever in a single Olympic tournament by NHL. But I mean, yeah, even if you have the 13 points, if you're on the losing team, you don't get the gold medal. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me, always giving the finals MVP. Kind of in basketball, it's only happened once. I think Jerry West got it.
It's for the
Connor
tournament.
McDavid's done it, like you're saying, with the
Yeah.
Conn Smythe against Florida Stanley Cup a couple years ago. I don't know. It's kind of like it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, they came up short. There's not much else you could say there, but the better team lost again. If you watch that game and you think that USA played better overall, like, I don't know. I can't really trust your opinion when it comes to hockey. If you firmly believe that Canada
you're
played the better
tripping.
game,
For sure.
it's just 3-on-3. It's a glorified shootout, right? You're gonna have 2-on-1 breaks on each side again and again and again, and like,
But
you can say Canada has a better team top down, right? But the problem is they're still NHL players. If you give them a 2-on-1 break, that was a 3-on-1 break. It's gonna end up in the net, man.
Yeah.
These guys, they're
no,
NHL
but they had their
players.
chance too, right? Like you had McKinnon, McDavid on there. Like you had your top guys out there, right? And I mean, you got to roll with it. I just felt like McKinnon missed that big one.
Huge miss,
Yeah.
man.
It's also kind of ironic that Connor McDavid scores that goal on Hellebuck.
Yeah.
In the Four Nations.
Yeah.
And then he robs him.
Yeah.
Right.
So he robbed even that stick save. It was so bad on.
Yeah.
I forgot who was on.
I feel like even Bennington, like I don't think you could put anything on him. Like he kind of played his heart out there, bro. He's kind of like in that game, in the gold medal game, like every other game was like a nail biter, man. Like that shit was a heart attack waiting to happen, man.
That's just how Bennington plays, man. You hate him and then you love him because he
Yeah.
makes huge saves, right?
I think the biggest miss was that McKinnon one, man. That one was huge.
Massive.
No,
But there are a
it's
lot of missed chances. That's how you're gonna look back at the game. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Even if you look at the shots on goal, if you look at all that shit, and then you see a bunch of these Americans going like, "Oh, it's our game now."
don't know
Like,
about that.
oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not. We
It's been
dominated the entire
years.
game. You got lucky.
Exactly.
You know, Austin Matthews out here smiling a little too much, bro. For Maple Leaf, like, yo.
I mean, it's barely a rivalry. Canada's 14-5-1 on best and best in international play since the NHL player era, like since they've been playing. This is the third gold ever for USA. At first since 1980. It's first against Canada.
I mean, it's big for them, right? It is what it is.
What
you
did
guys?
they give them at the end? Like a stuffed animal or something?
Yeah.
That was so. How unserious is that? man?
What's that?
That no, they do it to everyone who wins a
Yeah.
medal, but like
Yeah.
it was so. Did you see McKinnon when he got
Yeah,
his?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that was getting memed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
He just
yeah.
looks at it, he's like, what the
Bro, that's a weird thing about this. So imagine you win when the losing team loses the Stanley Cup final, right?
Yeah.
You go back to the dressing
Yeah.
room, right? Like it's over, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Over here you lose and then you
You
stand
just
around.
stand there.
Right? And they're just like
Yeah.
staring up, like, you know, probably looking at the scoreboard shots and stats and stuff and
Right.
like just waiting. Then finally 15 minutes later these medals come out and then you have to wait. Everyone
They look
gets
so
one.
depressed.
Yeah, you're just sitting there. So some of these guys probably want to cry, right?
And then they
Crosby's.
that's what the teddy bear's for. You're supposed to hug
Yeah,
it.
it's like hug the teddy bear, and then you gotta watch these guys celebrate, right? Even Crosby, right? It's probably his last Olympic game, right? He's not coming back.
He might come back
Bro,
4 years.
I mean, I would watch him play
even if he
until he's
retires,
50.
he
Yeah.
can come back. But like maybe they have to pivot that way. Like people are saying Bedard should have got on the team. Maybe you're just letting the older. That definitely happened to the women's team. They were just letting the old vets come in and play when they should have went with youth.
Which is fine, but with this specific tournament and this game, Canada would have won that easily. It's not even, I shouldn't say easily. That was their game to lose.
Yeah,
right?
even the all-star team that they make after the tournament, Celebrini, McCarr, McDavid are all on it.
McDavid also won best forward in the league. I mean, in the tournament, plus MVP, right?
Yeah. I mean, Hellebuck, he played a game of his life, right? 42 saves.
Bro, that's Dominic Hasek-esque.
Yep. I mean, he stood on his head, right? The type of saves that he was making. He bailed him out again and again.
Sure.
Like, he played the game of his life. And 3-on-3, I don't know.
Did you guys see what the White House posted?
What?
That shit kind of pissed me off. It was like this eagle stomping on a Canadian geese. You have a picture of it?
Yeah.
And like, I think under it.
This, right?
Yeah. This.
You can take our country. Oh, he's just making fun of Trudeau.
He's making fun of Trudeau. Like, and nobody cares about the Trudeau reference, right? But like, I mean, yeah, you get to do that, right? So the victor goes to spoils.
Overall,
right?
it's good for the game, right? Yeah. NBA players should take note. Like, these guys care. It matters to them. Look how defeated they looked. Look how happy they were when they won gold. It's a big deal, right? If you do that for the game, overall, it's good. People are going to tune in.
I was even thinking, like, we saw it with the Four Nations, right? And now we see it with the Olympics. Is there any other, like, sport, right?
No.
Where the national rivalry, soccer, right, is pretty big.
Yeah.
But, like, for USA and Canada, like, North American teams and shit, like, that are that big, the rivalry doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The teams aren't that great. It's only in hockey. It's like, it's something that's pretty cool though, because like obviously we're a little bit sad, a little bit disheartened, right?
A
like
lot of people are. I saw like a map of like the world, and it was like Team Canada fans. It was the whole world except the States.
Nobody wanted the States to win, right?
You see Cash Patel celebrating with these guys,
right? Losers.
The director comes
Just chugging a beer, like,
right?
Relax, Cash Patel.
Don't you have a job to do, bro?
I mean, it's developing into a rivalry now.
Yeah.
And like we're gonna see these guys in 2 years and 2 years after that.
Yeah.
And the outcome's gonna be very, very different.
Yeah.
And this 3-on-3, if anything, it makes it so anyone can win. Finland can win. They're all NHL players, man. When you give them 2-on-1 breaks, 3-on-1 breaks, they're gonna put it in the net.
But if you know that that's the outcome, right? Like I get the argument, but wouldn't you take McDavid and McKinnon any day in that tournament on a 3-on-3?
Yeah.
Like you want that. You're gonna give open ice to those guys.
Don't let them get to OT. That's
even if you do get to OT, it is what it is. You have the best players. You're telling me 3-on-3 you don't have the best players? 5-on-5 you don't have the best players? Of course
they have 3 of the best players in hockey, right?
Yeah.
You got McDavid, McKinnon, and McCarr.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's all they need. This team should have got it done without Crosby.
Yeah.
Without Morrissey, they shouldn't have needed them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is what it is. They won. Kudos.
Yeah, kudos. Yeah.
Did you guys see online? There's that narrative going around, the Carney curse.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing too.
Office, like Canada keeps losing everything.
Yeah, everything.
Man.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
It's true.
It is true. Every time this guy says that they're gonna win.
He did it to the woman they lost. He did it to Blue
Baseball,
Jays.
The Blue Jays, yeah.
Everybody. He did it. He's from Edmonton, isn't he? He did it to his own team. And then they lost. Too.
Oh, the Oilers.
He's cursing Connor himself.
Bro, imagine Connor though, man. Feeling
brutal.
Yeah. Even Crosby, the way that he was just like staring and looking around. It's like I felt like he knew it was his last Olympics, man. I don't think it's happening anymore.
But Austin Matthews looked really happy.
Yeah, he looked really happy.
He was so happy. I've never seen him happy.
I've never seen him smile in a Leafs jersey like that.
Nah, he smiles, but not like that, bro. This man was happy. He's almost growing his hairline back a little bit. You know what I'm saying, bro? All the stress from the Toronto.
I mean, they should enjoy it.
Yeah.
4 years from now, they're not gonna have a medal. So.
Whoa.
No, I was like maybe he'll bring that momentum to the Leafs. You know,
you would think.
You would think.
Yeah.
Maybe he will.
You know, they asked him about it post game. You see that?
What?
They asked him like, will any of this momentum carry to
Probably
that exact
I'm
question?
focused on the medal, right?
He was
probably
saying
said
that.
something
Yeah, he
stupid
was
like
saying
that.
that, and then Hughes comes by, and he's just like, "Yo, he's a winner now. He won.
Oh my
he won.
gosh.
He's a winner." Some shit like that, and he was just like, "Yeah, I got nothing else to say." Right?
Wow.
Perfect opportunity to be like, yeah.
Yeah, that's all you have to say, right? Like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna bring my championship attitude to there. We're gonna rip it.
Yeah, like just lie.
Yeah.
Right? God damn it.
Hughes brothers.
sad. Something that's a little bit off the beaten path. Aliens are real.
According to who?
According to Barack Obama. So he was being interviewed and he had this to say when he was asked about aliens.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Obviously, Trump had to reply to that.
Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. Yeah.
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a,
He's not
he made
supposed
a
to be
big
doing it.
mistake. He took it out of classified
Look how happy
information.
Levitt is.
No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, they can declassify
What?
anything that he wants to. So
Well,
if you
maybe I'll
want
get
to
him
make
out
an
of trouble.
announcement,
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
we know illegal aliens are real.
Yeah, illegal. Only illegal.
Wow. He's like, I might get him out of trouble by declassifying. That last little bit, like declassifying what? And I was like, I'm down. Is that how you get
More
off the
files dropping?
Yeah. This is the year of the files, eh?
My God.
You know what's wild? It's only February.
Yeah.
And look at the chaos.
Yeah.
We just talked about Mexico, everything that's been going on in the States.
For sure.
2026 is like the chaotic year, to say the least.
Year of the files.
Year of the files.
That's what he's saying. He's gonna drop the alien files now, right? I'm not kidding.
It's like the X-Files.
He's just doing everything to distract from the Epstein files.
Yeah.
The
It's
Epstein files are
but we
wild.
keep going
man.
back to it. Everybody
Yeah.
keeps wanting to know where's the
Yeah.
rest.
But what do you guys think? You guys think aliens are real?
I don't want to believe that they're real.
I think they have to exist.
They must be real.
Just because of the
have to
vastness
be.
of the universe
Yeah.
The Fermi paradox?
Based on like
and how unexplored it is.
your science background.
No, like photos on Google. No, I've looked through a telescope too. When you look at it, it's just like, holy shit, this thing's huge.
I mean, you've heard the whole Bob Lazar story, right? The guy hasn't changed his story in 30
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
right? He claims that he was hired to reverse engineer alien spacecrafts, right? And then, according to him, they were using anti-gravity based propulsion systems, right?
Yeah.
And they had no exhaust or anything. And then the David Fravor thing with the Tic Tacs moving around. First it was just him saying it, and then I think the White House or the Department of Defense released the video,
They did, yeah.
right, in 2020
Yeah,
or whatever,
those
right?
fast moving.
Yeah,
like-
and they're like, it's a UAP, right?
they even
Which-
changed what it's called now. You can't even say UFO, right?
Yeah, what is that? It's like a unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
So then they said that is a UAP and it isn't something that was theirs, but they didn't say like it's an alien. They were like, it could be.
So do you think they like live amongst us? Or do you think they exist but they're just in their
They're
own
probably just watching
galaxy?
us from afar, and they're like, "These guys are so
You
dumb."
think they're like they have like TVs and stuff, like they can just watch us, or just you're talking from their spaceships?
I don't know. I would think they're more advanced than us.
I would think that if there was actually aliens here right now,
Yeah.
then why would they just be like, just here, take our ships? We're stupid. We're just gonna hang around, do
Right.
nothing, right? Like they would, if they can come all the way here, we can't go anywhere, right?
Comparatively, where the
Yeah.
hell can
So
we
if
go?
somebody can make it from another planet that we don't even know exists yet, all the way here, it's pretty wild. You think they're just gonna be, sitting around doing nothing?
Maybe he'll tell us in the alien files if they're gonna be super redacted, like the Epstein files.
Right?
But I
bunch
would
of black
think,
pages.
I would think, like what you were saying, just because of vastness of the universe, right? And
This makes sense.
Yeah, the theory that everyone goes with, the Fermi paradox, that there's no way that it can't exist just
Yeah.
because of vastness of the universe. I mean, but I always get skeptical when they start dropping these hints.
Yeah.
And they're just like, guys, maybe aliens are real. I'm like, what the hell are you trying to get us used to?
Yeah.
Where we're just like, oh, okay, maybe they're real. And then all of a sudden,
Seems like they're
slowly.
preconditioning. you,
Yeah, right? And they're like, yo, shit might be a little weirder than you guys
What
think.
is Area 51? Like, tell us already. Why is it so classified?
Well, they claim that it's like military testing. That's
That's
what
it.
they do. Yeah. They test like
There's no
weapons.
big spaceship
and-
there.
Isn't there one in North Korea or South Korea that there's like a rumor, conspiracy theory that there was a aircraft that was so big that they couldn't even remove it or anything, so they just built a building on top of it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
I
one of
never
these.
heard that.
You never
Well,
heard
I'm
this?
sure things of that nature happen, and the government just decides, oh, we don't know how to handle this, and they deal with it later.
I feel like even conspiracy theories, some of them have like
They're rooted in something.
Well, they're back in the day. Everyone used to be like, "Yo, it's a conspiracy theorist," right? But now a lot of them have been proven right.
Yeah.
Right, like the MK Ultra thing that they were testing on people with LSD.
Yeah,
right, and then
crazy.
people would be like, "Oh, there's no way they've been," and then apparently they were.
Yeah.
Right, and then the 1970s documents revealed that the CIA was conducting unauthorized experiments on U.S. and Canadian citizens. Then the Iran-Contra thing, right, where they're selling arms to Iran and then using that money to fund Contra rebels in Nicaragua. Right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, this kind of shit that they always say, like, it doesn't, like, people always go, no, they're conspiracy theories. And then when you look at them, they've been proven wrong. Even the NSA thing, right? Like, if you think about that, when they were saying that the government's collecting your phone calls and all your text messages and tracking where you are, and everyone's like, no, that's a conspiracy theorist. And then Edward Snowden, like, when was that? Like 2010, 2011, 2012, somewhere around there, 2013. He leaks those documents and everyone's like, oh my God, they're just monitoring everyone's phone calls.
Right.
And then now, nobody gives a shit who you give your information to, right?
Now
Like,
we're all like, take it and give me targeted ads.
yeah, like 3 years ago, everyone was like, yo, TikTok? Like, it seems like, it's Chinese spyware. I don't want them to use. Now everyone's like, oh, who gives a shit if it's Chinese spyware? Who cares?
They're preconditioning us. That's what they're doing with the aliens.
Slowly but surely, right? Who even knows what's going on with this moon landing, right? If that's real or fake, right?
There's so many, like Pizzagate. Like, there's just so many.
Oh, Pizzagate's that now you're talking a different type of files. Those Epstein files? You guys see Prince Andrew? He's not even Prince anymore, right? They took his last name, right?
They took his title.
It's just Andrew.
Oh, Andrew Windsor or something now?
No, is it Windsor?
Yeah.
Some
other name, right?
Yeah.
That guy, I feel like he's
the most guiltiest one. He's been guilty since I saw that guy's face. I'm like, you're guilty of something. I don't know what it is.
His ex-wife just entered rehab because of it.
Damn.
Oh, really?
Because of the whole stress.
Wow.
The fact that they arrested him, I do think it's pretty big because no other country, like the U.S., hasn't arrested nobody.
Nobody.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? So
Nobody's taking accountability other than, nobody in the States. Everybody
Zero
around the
accountability.
world is getting arrested.
Not a single person
Yeah.
has been arrested.
For sure.
You think this puts a little bit of pressure on them to start arresting a billionaire? I feel like they're conditioning Bill Gates to be the fall guy.
You're
on this
going to
a
be the
little
guy?
bit. I don't know.
You think he's going to sign up for that? I don't think so.
I don't think he has a choice, bro. If they're gonna just go after him, but I don't know who else. Like in these files, man, the things that come out about them is pretty wild.
Insane. Man.
Yeah.
It's so disgusting.
It's so disgusting. Obviously, Epstein, everyone knows, what he was, but the amount of people tied to this thing is freaking crazy.
Yeah.
It all comes back to money.
It's always about money. But it's crazy that, you have this massive, I don't know. The Epstein files is just a crazy.
It's even they're saying they've released half, but now they're saying it's actually only 2%.
2%.
If they keep going back and forth with all of
It's
that,
3 million files.
Even the ones that are redacted, right? So the DOJ gets the unredacted versions of it, right?
Yeah.
That's Ro Khanna, Thomas Massey, not the DOJ, the Dems do, and they go in and they're looking at it. Even those unredacted versions, those are just unredacted by what the DOJ redacted, right? That doesn't mean that the FBI redactions that are already in place, that they're not there. There's all these, because there's some of them where you're like, why is that name even redacted?
Yeah.
Right? Like certain emails. But I will say there's a bunch of emails in there that are just talking about somebody. It's not like somebody's emailing Epstein. So there's everyone's names are in these files one way or another. But some of that shit is just wild.
Yeah.
But let's move on to tariffs. This shit's been going on.
Not tariffs again.
Right? So the Supreme Court rules tariffs are illegal. With a 6-3 majority, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Trump exceeded his authority when he used IEPA to impose those global tariffs.
Yeah.
And obviously, he reacted to this.
Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing, and I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country. Foreign countries that have been ripping us off for years are ecstatic. They're so happy. And they're dancing in the streets, but they won't be dancing for long, that I can assure you.
Okay.
Use other of the statutes, other of the tariff authorities, which have also been confirmed and are fully allowed. Therefore, effective immediately, all national security tariffs under Section 232 and existing Section 301 tariffs, they're existing, they're there, remain in place, fully in place, and in full force and effect. Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122 over and above our normal tariffs already being charged. And we're also initiating several Section 301 and other investigations to protect our country from unfair trading practices of other countries and companies.
He right after the Supreme Court ruling, like he just said, this was right after it. He imposes 10% tariffs.
Seems like he was ready.
Bro, the next day he goes, those are 15% now.
They're 15 now,
right?
yeah.
But those are Section 122 tariffs. Those are they have a time limit, 150 days.
Okay. Yeah.
And after those 150 days, they need to be, they need congressional approval to get it extended, or they go away, or whatever's going on.
Okay.
So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen there? And then there's all this talk about refunds. I don't know if you've seen that.
So, like, they just ruled that the tariffs under IEPA, or the Emergency Economic Power,
Yeah, right.
that's what he used to justify them. They ruled those ones are illegal.
Yeah, the Liberation
So the ones on
Day
steel and lumber and
they're
stuff,
still there.
they're still there. And then he's just going to use the others. Like the others he was talking about there. Are just there's other trade acts. Like, 1974 Trade Act allows for tariffs under unfair trade practices. That's one of the ones that you could use.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they're saying that the constitutional power that belongs to Congress when it comes to tariffs deciding.
He even used those, like the Liberation Day tariffs, the ones that he was using, they're supposed to be used to like impose tariffs, like impose sanctions and shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like that's what they're for, right? This guy's like economically trying to squeeze the world.
Yeah,
right?
It is unjustified.
Benefit the U.S., right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a tax on U.S. citizens if you understand how tariffs work, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, you see the damages of them and who's right and who's wrong, right? His whole take was that they're taking advantage of the U.S., so we need to, get our money's worth, right? And now, like, if you're gonna refund this money, like that shit's gonna take years.
$175 billion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw people like, "Yo, we're gonna get the refund." You're not getting shit back, man. That shit's gonna take years.
Yeah.
For you to recoup like the money that was in that. But 90% of the goods that are transported from Canada into the U.S. they're covered under CUSMA or USMCA, you could say, right?
Which he's gonna renegotiate.
Yeah. And then, like you said, the Section 232 tariffs, aluminum, steel, auto, those are still in place.
Yeah.
Those are ones that I feel like affect Canada the most. The bigger question is, though, like, where do you go from here? Right?
I mean, if he's doing a 10 to 15 globally, he's doing that globally. That's going to rock everyone's economy.
I mean, not, bro. I feel like everyone's kind of used to what's going on. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the stock market a little bit. It's more volatile than I remember.
Yeah,
it just
every
has,
time
like,
he says something, it jumps.
big swings.
Yeah.
Right. There's the market doesn't like uncertainty, right?
No.
And it's kind of in which people who know how to make money in volatility.
Yeah.
That's also when you lose a lot of money. But when the market is stagnant, you don't make money, right? Like when it's going up and down, that's when you make money, right?
For sure.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that this is intentional and shit, but like every time he says something or shit happens, people make money.
Who knows? He
and
might be
shit
dropping
moves.
a new coin or something, right? That's probably next thing, a new meme coin.
Yeah, but Canada, I feel like is now in this weird place where they're, clearly thinking diversification, right? Moving towards Europe. And there's a bunch of these people who think like, yeah, man, screw the U.S., right? Like we're gonna do all in on Europe, right? Especially after Carney's WEF speech, right? And then, like, if you look at it, 75% of Canadian trade all Canadian trade goes to U.S. Approximately 75%, right? Europe makes up for what 9 to 10% of Canada's trade, right? To make that shift fully, you probably wouldn't even see it in our lifetime.
Exactly.
Right? If you were to even attempt to make that like a thing, best case scenario, 50 years.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you're talking short-term goals and you want to turn that 75 to like 65, 60%, 5 to 10 years, right? It's not something that's happen overnight.
For sure.
And it's not even something you can run away from, right? So then when I look at that, I'm like, what Carney's doing, right? Trying to be the front runner of like this like Justice League to go against Trump, right? Thanos or whatever they like label him as. I don't know if that's a great thing to do.
I mean, you're just gonna piss him off more. He supports tariffs. This is his thing. He's been saying it from. I didn't know it was gonna be the most important part of his whole platform.
What, tariffs?
Yeah. He just kind of slid that in on the Rogan podcast. Tariffs. He's
No,
been running
no.
with it ever since.
He was-
like he did say it.
Yeah.
But
He was saying it his first term too. He just didn't have the sweeping powers. He didn't have the guys in cabinet that he wanted. Like now he's a little bit more experienced, right? He didn't know what he was kind of doing.
More of a
So,
game plan.
Yeah, there's more of a game plan there. But I feel like he's like if you're gonna look at the Democrats, right? Like I think going into like the midterms, you could have like, you know, some traction there, these Epstein files, this annoyance with the tariffs and stuff, the economy, right? And you're like, okay, maybe Dems win the midterms, right? But then if you look at it on like a complete scale, right, and look at 2028 elections, that's where like this shit loses me, right? I mean, you lose me with the liberal politics here on with the US.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys saw what happened in Munich with AOC, right? She was giving a speech, right? This is supposed to be a security conference. It's kind of just like a place you kind of talk about foreign policy, basically.
Yeah.
Where she fumbled, right?
Hard.
Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah.
Right? And this was like a shadow primary, right? You basically got to see the candidates of 2028, right? And she's asked about what would you do if China was to invade Taiwan? Would the U.S. attack? Or what would you guys do, right?
Yeah.
And you would want to maintain some sort of strategic ambiguity when you're asked about that.
Yeah.
Instead, what she does is she's just like,
for so long. She's like,
yeah. It's just like somebody who like completely
Her
fumbled.
system glitched.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like, right?
Yeah.
And then even outside Gretchen Whitmore, she wasn't that impressive, right? But then you do see who was impressive, Marco Rubio.
Rubio, yeah, he's
Right?
their guy.
He got a standing ovation.
They didn't even let him talk. They kept clapping.
Yeah. So like to me, I was like, okay, you see that, and then you see what the populism on the left was a little bit, right? Like you saw the traction with Mamdani, right? And like how he's like, you know, going through the roof and everyone's like, yo, some of these people are buying
Rent
into
control
like,
might not be happening all of a sudden.
then you see the property taxing, the recent things that he's been talking about. He's hiking property tax, right? And now that's not so popular,
Yeah.
right? And people don't like that because
Yeah.
when you hike property tax, even if you're renting the apartment, right?
It all gets deferred.
It's going to get baked in,
Yeah.
right? The rents are going to go up, right? And even in rent controlled apartments, it might work with this rent free stuff,
Yeah.
right? But that's a case study in of itself, right?
Yeah.
Because communism, socialism, it seems great until somebody has to pay the bill,
Yeah.
right? And that's all that's happening there.
Whoa, I don't want to pay.
Right? And then like now, then I'm looking at 2028, right? And you look at, I think WSJ posted an article a couple of days ago or a week ago, and they were saying that the strongest candidates are still Kamala Harris was the most heavily polled favorite. Gavin
No.
Newsom was a close second.
Has to be AOC and Newsom.
No, AOC after that fumble, bro, that on a global stage, like
Stephen A. Smith.
that's bro, like who is it? Unless there's somebody that like we haven't seen yet. I think midterms are a different story, but 2028, man, the U.S. political machine is way different than Canada.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially now.
And 2028, that's not Trump that's going to be president.
Yeah.
It's other people
It's
running.
going to be The Rock and Stephen A. Smith.
on the Democratic side.
Stone Cold.
No, but I think, I don't know, man. I feel like even with the Republicans, the way that if you get Marco Rubio, that's Trump light.
Yeah.
You know, he's just going to continue the mega agenda.
I don't know.
Right?
He might be worse.
Yeah, right? He's like on that. So then if I'm now looking at it as a Canadian, I'm kind of like, is it worth your, like, imagine if you run through 4 years and you're like, okay, now, we're going to negotiate because there's Democrats here now, and you get Rubio. There's no guarantee, right? Like that. To me, I actually, like, if you're just talking about politics, even in U.S. politics, like, I like it even in Canadian politics when there's minority governments, right? Because then everyone gets to say these people are forced to work together. In the U.S., if, like, a Republican wins, like, the general elections like Trump did, if Democrats control the House and the Senate, like, you make these people then work together for the betterment of these kind of countries, right?
Yeah.
When one person just has all the powers, you get this shit, right? And you're seeing it a little bit in Canada. We'll talk about it a little later on. But yeah, I mean, to me, I just think it's not the best strategy to just paint the U.S. as some antagonist, right? If you're Canada, because there are neighbors. Yeah. Right? And like the amount of exports, the shit that we send from here to there, we can't replace that quickly. No. Right? So to put all your eggs in this basket that maybe the left wins the next election, maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe Gavin Newsom's the president. If he is, no, he could be. Right? Like, if somebody's going to win, Kamala Harris isn't going to win. Out of everyone there right now, I think that AOC, Bernie Sanders wing, Mamdani's kind of a little bit from that. I think that took a big hit there. Yeah. Right? I don't know what their next play is, but she doesn't seem so presidential. I've even seen her.
Their candidates are so weak, man.
It's not even that I think she has like the fire and stuff. It's just whenever she's giving campaign speeches, it just doesn't hit. It just seems a little childish. I don't know why. It just seems like she's like rah 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 trying like really hard, or like, I don't know what it is. But I don't know. I don't know if Democrats can flip that in 2028. So as a Canadian, I'm like, bro, you should be cautious here. Yeah. You can go and have these negotiations with Europe and diversify, and we should have more trade deals, sure, right? But why the hell are you going to burn the bridge with the U.S.? Are you stupid?
I think Canadians are thinking like Trump's not going to be president anymore. Tariffs will go away.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But
you don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know that. Yeah. Well, now especially.
Yeah.
Kuzma's going to be huge, man.
Yeah, those Kuzma negotiations, those are the big ones, right? Like, that's why, even with Carney, right? Is there a point of pandering to the left in Canada? Like, already they think he's so great. Yeah. Right? So there's no point in you doing that. There's nothing to gain here. He could have continued to have these talks on the back end, right? And then just being like, yeah, Canada has to do what they have to
strong,
do.
You don't.
Yeah, and then just keep letting Trump hear what he's hearing. Yeah. Right? And go from there. But instead, there's all these, leaked articles on Political and all this shit, and then people saying those are false articles, and he didn't really say this, that, and the other, false narratives or whatever. Who knows what's true or not? But when governments put these leaked articles out, like, they want you to know shit, right? Yeah. That's just the way it goes. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens to all of that. I just think the strategy is a little stupid for Canada to be such like the front runner when it comes to the US here, and it's kind of short-sighted to think that that if Trump's gone, like, your problem's
essentially gambling, just hoping that you get a favorable government. These tariffs are probably going to make everyone broke, but we got Elon Musk over here saying that don't worry about it.
I saw this.
Did you see this? There's a video he was on someone's podcast.
Well, one like side recommendation I have is like, don't worry about like squirreling money away for retirement in like 10 or 20 years. It won't matter.
No.
Okay.
Either we're not going to be here, or
it just like
he's like, are we dead?
It's you won't need to save for retirement. If any of the things that we've said are true, saving for retirement will be irrelevant.
The services will be there to support you. You'll have the home, you'll have the healthcare, you'll have the entertainment.
The way this unfolds is fundamentally impossible to predict because of self-improvement of the AI and the accelerating timeline.
Yeah, it's called singularity for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what happens after the event horizon.
Exactly. You can never see past the black hole or the event horizon, the light cone.
I mean, Ray has the singularity out way too far. I mean, this is like the next, what's your timeline for this?
We're in the singularity.
Well, we are in the singularity, for sure. We're in the midst of it right now, for sure. and it would just
Well,
feel
we're in
flat.
this beautiful sweet
Thousands
spot.
or
I don't know. I think they lost me,
The
bro.
roller coasters were just.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great analogy. It's like that feeling.
You're at the top of the roller coaster and you're about to go.
Yeah, but it's going to be a lot of G's when you
Yeah, a lot of
when you
Gs.
hit it.
It's like feel like I don't have to just have courtside seats. I'm on the court.
Exactly.
And it blows
What's going on?
still
The
blows my mind.
analogies, the timelines. Are we in a
Sometimes
Marvel
multiple
movie?
times a week.
Yeah.
Singularity.
Oh,
And
okay.
so
It's a singularity.
Got it.
just when I think I'm like, wow, and then it's like 2 days later, more wow.
Yeah. Exponential wow.
Yeah, I think we'll hit AGI next year in 26.
Whoever listens to that and thinks that they don't need to save for retirement is the stupidest thing.
He didn't even say why. He's like, there's going to be things out there.
He's proposing that like tech AI will make like automation, like make so much abundance that like everything will be taken care of.
Like
GDP
like
will be
food.
taken.
For-
Everything, like all like majority of jobs and stuff will be done. So the goods will get cheaper, like food and whatnot, and housing and everything.
No, there's always the argument that like with
Sorry, I was going to say cheaper, but not free.
No, yeah,
So you
that's
still-
the thing, right?
you need
It's not
to
going to be
still-
free unless you have UBI.
yeah, and UBI isn't gonna work. They're saying you should have UHI, Universal High Income. Have you heard of that narrative? Right, like where everyone can just buy whatever they want and just kind of have no purpose in life or whatever. I don't know. To me, okay, that's one side of it. But I think whenever life is unpredictable is when you need to save for retirement, right?
Yeah.
Like if somebody's in there, nobody should watch that and take that advice. Like, okay,
Nobody will watch that and understand that.
well, for the most part, but that first line, he's like, you don't need to save for retirement. Even the guy beside him was like, wait, like you think we're gonna die? You think we won't be here? Why else wouldn't you save for retirement? Right? Because I don't know. I think it's kind of if you don't save for retirement, we've all been, especially being from Punjabi households, right? Like we're used to the kids take care of their parents, right? And let's kind of pay it forward. It's been going on for generations.
Yeah.
If you don't, you end up in a situation where, especially continuing, it gets harder and harder and harder because of inflation. If you don't have enough cash flow, you can, even if you're living with your kids or whatever, if that's what your lifestyle is, you won't have enough to sustain cars and trips and gifts and stuff, right? That's just normal shit, right?
Yeah, the
Just
cost
living
of
your life.
living and inflation aren't slowing down. They're going up year over year, and they're never going to slow down.
No.
If you look at just past history, I feel like sometimes these billionaires, soon to be trillionaires, just lose touch with society. Yeah,
No,
you don't have to save for
yeah,
retirement,
no clue.
but
Yeah.
everyone else does, man. There's
Exactly.
people out here making minimum wage.
Yeah.
If he said that, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Like,
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need
You
to save for
don't. Your
retirement.
kids
I'm
don't.
Like,
Nobody
you
does.
don't.
Yeah.
Well,
But
his
I-
kids do. It's
Some
not
of
like he
them.
gets some of them.
The ones he decides he doesn't want to be a father to. But like I feel like it just increases the wealth gap, if anything, right? It's gonna make it even worse.
What,
People
AI?
like people at companies, right? AI, robotics, they'll replace regular people. The people that need to save for retirement are gonna lose their jobs. So they have to save more. It should be signaling to you, hey, let me save up as much as I can in this time because I don't know about the future.
Yeah.
And put it towards its investor somewhere. So it
So
grows.
I've seen these arguments with like recently. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Like the way that AI is kind of evolving is like, have you heard of this thing called OpenClaw?
And
so-
it's an AI.
It's it's like an AI agency, and what's the guy's name? Steinberger. I feel like something might be butchering his name. I think I have this somewhere here. But he's the guy that created it.
Okay.
And then OpenAI hired him as like their main guy to head their AI agency division, right? And ChatGPT 6.0 is probably gonna have one of these AI agents in it. Even them, they were touching base on it. He's like, yeah, by the end of the year, we're gonna have AI. I think
AGI,
not AGI.
Yeah,
they're talking about agents.
Okay.
I think he was saying agentic. I don't know what he said.
Who knows?
But
simulation,
singularity, bro. singularity. But yeah, this thing isn't so like the way that these things work. They're not exactly like ChatGPT, right? It's not like you ask it a question. Instead, they're kind of this digital assistant, right? Where like you put your credit card in it, you put your information in it. It'll book you a flight. It'll look at your emails. This thing called Heartbeat. It has like, so if you're sleeping, you get an email saying that like, somebody canceled their meeting with you, right? And it could be like, oh, you have free time. It'll shoot you a text message saying that you want me to book a reservation at this lunch spot. You love eating there, shit like stupid, dumb shit like that. So like, there's a bunch of people.
Sounds convenient.
Yeah, the same guy, this guy that OpenAI hired. He was on a couple of podcasts talking about it, and he's just like, yo, what this is when the .com bubble happened, or when oil, he's like, the people now, this is your thing, right? And he's like, there's a bunch of people who could use these kind of tools to create full out like websites, or not even websites, like apps, and then use these AI agents to get you clients and like send emails business, and then like monitor the whole business, the websites and all of that.
You can already
kind of
do that using AI. You can make apps.
No, you can make apps, right? But like, imagine this thing, like, somebody places an order, it's handling everything, right?
It's taking over your life, like the mundane tasks. Right?
Yeah. Not it's just the amount is like, because it's kind of crazy where it could go. Right. And I've even seen this one thing. I saw a YouTube channel that was on entirely AI, and you can't even tell that it is.
Yeah.
Right. And I even saw a couple of these YouTubers discussing it. They were like, if you take a script, right, and you tell certain AI models to write a script, and something that they would have spent 8 hours scripting, right? This thing punches out in 5 minutes, and it's pretty 90 to 95% accurate. I don't know if you've even tried like these jokes and shit like that. If you ever go on any of these LLMs, you can now tell them to like be like, oh, make this joke and make it sound like Andrew Schultz wrote it.
Yeah.
Right? And it'll try to make it sound like that, right?
Yeah.
And there's also the video that was going viral that everyone was tripping out about, the
Tom Cruise, Matt Damon, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Was it Tom Cruise?
It was Tom Cruise.
It was
Tom Cruise
Pitt.
and Brad Pitt, or Tom Cruise and Chris
It was
Hemsworth.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah. And then there's even one of Rogan and Neo fighting in Rogan's podcast room. Right?
They're getting better and better, man.
Yeah, like they're getting kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
So then that makes you think that imagine an AI YouTube channel, right? That's AI scripted.
Yeah.
And they're doing videos, like informative videos. The baseline YouTube content creators gone.
Yeah.
You're done.
Like, where are we headed? Just AI communicating with each other and people are consuming that?
But the weird thing where my mind went was like, you think it's going to get that crazy, or are we just going to hit some spam apocalypse, right? Like you're basically creating this thing that is like a chat bot on steroids, right? So like, imagine the amount of people that are like, these ad agencies or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Imagine the amount of people that are just like, creating chatbots that are now commenting, that are sending emails, spam emails, like whatever kind of, businesses they've created. Even if they're real businesses, once they figure out an email, you're going to get hundreds, right, from like certain
nonstop,
and then the malware and stuff too, taking your information. Who knows what they do with it? If you're gonna trust an AI to like book flights and do this, imagine if somebody who's a coder tells it to send that information to themselves. I don't know. It's a weird.
It's crazy. It took 1 year, and we just got to this place where like it's becoming so integrated. It's starting to feel like Skynet's around the corner, like.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think of this AI agency. Like, I heard about it even before, like having a virtual assistant, but I didn't think it was going to be the next wave of AI. But it seems like it's that.
That's their next
what
thing.
it is. That's
and it's Sam Altman said it. Like anybody involved in this space has said it. It's growing at a pace that they didn't even predict.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what's going to happen to jobs.
That's the thing. I feel like the next 5 to 10 years will be pretty telling.
Yeah.
They're saying most entry-level jobs will just cease to exist. There'll be no point.
Yeah, Dick, I don't even know if it's like entry-level jobs alone. I think anything that requires data entry where you're typing things into a computer and shit, like they're gone.
Yeah.
Right? Like any kind of like any processing, accounting, anything, even like easy legal framework, right? Like,
lawyers,
paralegals and stuff, like the grunt work, gone. Right? Like, and then what's going to happen? I think the harder tasks are the ones that are left, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those situations where you should be investing more.
Exactly.
You should be throwing more into it.
You're so uncertain about the
Yeah,
future.
this isn't a time where you take a backseat. This is a time when you just put everything into it. Like, we don't know where the hell this thing's going.
Did you see companies making the shift? TD just changed their slogan, the bank, to more human.
Yeah.
They're trying to,
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're trying to say like, oh, we're
Yeah,
real
yeah.
people taking care of you. It's
We're
not
not
just
AI.
like robots.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be a thing if we go so crazy to that side. If it actually gets to a place where Elon thinks and all these people talk about, because they've done this in the past, act like this is gonna be a new thing, change the world, and then it doesn't happen, or it takes like 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
But if it actually goes to where he's saying, at some point, don't you think people are gonna desire actual human connection more?
No, I think 100% they would. But imagine your algorithm in these social media platforms or whatever they are. It's just whatever the hell you feed it.
Yeah.
Right. And like, how are you gonna know what's fake and what's not? You know, like they're trying their hardest. Like YouTube tries to be like they don't want AI content on there. It still sneaks through.
It's hard to eliminate it entirely.
And Instagram. Even I saw something the other day. Like they were saying the app was never created to be addictive.
Every app's created to be addictive.
Yeah, I feel like to me, when it comes to like social media, I think we're going to be that generation where they're gonna be like you know how we look at like people who smoke cigarettes like back in the day, like indoors or every movie set or whatever. He's like, yo, that's crazy. They still do that shit. Like, and they say it's like safe to do that shit, right? That's what
They didn't even care.
Yeah, I think they're gonna say that shit about us. Like they used to like kids who were 4 years old, just iPads and just go crazy, right? Because it's killing your attention span from like the jump with some of these kids
right away.
That's why when it comes to this, I've seen a couple of these narratives where they try to curve what can be said online with hate speech and all of this, right? And I feel like then you start going down this like censorship issue, right? Which like, you know, in Canada, I've seen like recently they've been pushing the misogyny angle. I don't know why they're doing that, right? And I think I've never seen a Canadian influencer who's misogynistic whatsoever, right? Globally, like a popular one, I haven't seen it, right? Maybe I'm out of touch.
There's no Andrew Tates out here.
That's what I'm saying. If it's a global thing and it's like the Nick Fuentes of the world or Andrew Tates or whatever, that red pill community is a little bit less popular now than they were like 4 or 5 years ago. To try to hijack a narrative just to be like, you know, adults shouldn't be consuming this content or whatever. You gotta let that shit just figure itself out, right?
Yeah.
Where I am on board is what Australia did. I don't think children should have social media.
That makes so much sense.
Before 16.
Yeah. I think the bullying, I think the comparing, I think the amount
even
of
18 is fine.
Yeah, I think up until you graduate from high school, you shouldn't have social media, right? Like the same way you go get your G1 to be like, oh, I get to go on social media now, right? But that's just us, right? Like all these kids probably have VPNs and shit. Like who knows what they do?
Yeah.
Right?
They're probably just going to get better at doing it too.
But speaking on bullying, there's this little monkey in Japan. His name is Punch.
No. Little Punch.
He's having a little bit of trouble bonding with the other monkeys. So, just for some context, though, his mom abandoned him as soon as he was born, and the mom's the one that teaches the monkeys how to bond.
Yeah.
So he never actually was. He never learned it.
Oh wow!
So we have a video.
That's Little Punch?
Yeah, that's Little Punch.
Little Punch.
Oh, he's got a little teddy bear, a little monkey.
That's his emotional support monkey?
He's like scared.
That's crazy. Yo, the one chasing, that's the Rafiki monkey, right?
It's a baboon?
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, obviously the wild animals, that shit happens, but that is sad, bro. He's just screaming. Look at him, man. He's like, leave me alone. I got my own friend over here.
Damn. He's so much smaller, too.
Yeah.
Why is he in a cage with a bunch of baboons?
It's a zoo, bro.
Like hiding for cover.
He's only a year old. He was only born last year. They put him. He's having trouble, obviously bonding. They put him into the cave, but the zookeepers are saying that this is normal behavior. It's not bullying. It's not just one big monkey like hitting him or whatever. But they gave him this little orangutan to cope.
Oh, that's
That-
why they gave him
Yeah.
The
that.
zookeepers gave it to him?
The zookeepers
Oh,
gave it to
okay,
him. So
okay.
it's actually it's from IKEA.
Yeah.
So it's being sold out everywhere. It like went viral. People want the
No
orangutan.
way.
Yeah,
People are now
right.
selling it on eBay for like $300 a pop.
So
Oh,
is this a
shit.
marketing thing?
It could be. They could have turned it into it. That's what people do. They hijack these kind of narratives and shit. But this shit is going viral. It's because of that stuffed animal too. That
For
adds
sure.
to it.
Yeah.
But he has like a backstory, like his mom left him and stuff. But I got a recent update.
Yeah.
So it says that he's making friends, interacting more.
Oh, at least he's making
Good for
friends.
And because of like the video, he's so popular, people are flocking to this zoo to just see him, to just take a picture with him.
Wow.
That's wild. It's in Japan?
It's in Japan, yeah.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a GoFundMe.
That's what I was gonna say. People have GoFundMes for the dumbest shit,
Yeah.
bro. Like this, like
Get
it's
Lil
Oh,
Punch his own crib, man.
right? Like,
But
yo.
you know, when I saw this, like I related to like our daughter carries a stuffed animal
Yeah.
everywhere she goes. If
Yeah.
she has to take a bath, it's coming into the. I have to tell her like leave it outside. If she
Yeah.
has to eat, she right away grabs it and then
Oh, like a
comes and
coping
eats.
thing.
Yeah.
To sleep, like she has so. When I saw the monkey, I felt so bad for him.
Oh.
Like he's just running and grabbing his little toy to give him some comfort.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it just
that's what-
reminded me of her.
Yeah, that's what babies do. That's what kids do, right?
And
Like,
those Rafiki
like
monkeys are
security.
crazy.
yeah,
They're
you've been.
macaws.
No,
not
they're the
Rafiki
craziest
monkeys.
ones. They rip
Rafiki's
off
a
each
baboon.
other's genitals.
Yeah, he's talking about ripping genitals off. bro.
They do. Monkeys are crazy, man.
Monkeys are
Chimp-
crazy.
What was that
Yeah,
thing called?
they-
Chimp vampire?
Bro, you're in chimps. You're in baboons. I don't know where you
No,
are.
this is a macaw. It's
Yeah.
a monkey.
Yeah, but the other ones around him, I was saying.
They're all the same, I think.
They're all- yeah.
Those
They're
are,
all-
oh,
I don't
I
think
thought they
they'll
were
put him in
baboons.
like a different.
and he named like
environment.
3 different species.
I'm just saying monkeys are crazy.
Yeah.
He's saying Rafiki is crazy.
yeah. Clearly, the Lion King haunts this guy, bro.
No, but it's this is what they do, right? That's how they teach each other. Like you
Bro,
don't
the-
mess around.
The
They-
animal kingdom's a cruel place.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a praying mantis, bro? Like
No,
praying
I've never
mantis
seen
is-
one actually.
No, you really?
I don't think I've ever seen a.
It's a weird question to ask. Yeah. But yeah,
Like on TV.
no,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I've seen one in person.
I've never seen one.
Yeah, I remember I've seen them a couple times. But they're no, I'm just saying the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Like imagine if praying mantis was like a big, like as big as a dog or some shit.
It would just be killing everything, right?
You know what's crazy? They'll sit on like a tip of a flower, and a hummingbird is so much bigger than it. And when the hummingbird comes, it'll grab it, and it'll start to. A praying mantis will start to eat things while they're living, right? Like it's just like so. You'll just see it grab something so much bigger. I don't want to tell you YouTube is kind of disgusting, but like they'll
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
they'll-
animals eat things while they're living. Look at a lion. It's not
Yeah.
gonna like kill it first. It's just
no,
gonna start
lions
eating it.
actually kill them first.
They kill them
Yeah,
first?
lions will go for the jugular and they'll
Really?
like kill the their prey first, and then they usually who starts eating them? Nah, some of them do. Some of them are pretty crazy, like while the thing's squealing,
I could
you start
imagine
eating
that.
it, right?
Yeah.
Some of them have
Even-
lions
that's what I'm
seem like they're
even
friendly.
with this guy with
Yeah.
Lil Punch.
Yeah.
They would have killed him if they wanted to kill him. They're just teaching him. I
Oh,
think
yeah?
it's getting
They're saying it's
overblown,
normal behavior. I don't
right?
Yeah.
I think they're just teaching him. That's
But it's a
that's
bit
super
aggressive.
light. He was
No,
dragging
I'm on
him
Little
around.
Punch's
Yeah.
side, bro. You're on the other monkey side, bro.
No,
They're
I'm just saying it's
teaching him?
normal monkey behavior.
You think he needs
I
some,
don't
like-
feel
It's
good
just
that
monkeying
it's happening.
around, right?
Like fuck around and find out. Yeah. What else we got?
Logan Paul.
Mm,
Did you see what he did?
I did.
He sold a Pokemon card.
Didn't he buy one recently or sell one? He's always doing that.
He
No?
sold one. We have a picture of the card. So
Yeah.
this is the card. It's nothing special.
Super rare though, right?
It's very rare, right?
Yeah.
It's a extremely rare Pikachu illustrator card. It was sold at an auction for a record-breaking $16.4 million. That thing was sold for $16.4 million.
Oh shit. That's crazy.
And it was bought by Anthony Scaramucci's son. He's a former White House director.
Yeah.
His son bought it.
Is that
yeah.
how you spell illustrator? Am I tripping?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you
it
spell
is.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was great. This card was graded a PSA 10.
Yeah.
So like mint condition. That's the highest
Yeah,
rating you can give. It's believed to be the only card with that rating. He bought the card in 2021 for $5.275 million.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Wow, and he sold it for 16 and a half?
Yeah.
That's like what? That's like a little over 200%
Yeah.
ROI?
And everyone thought he was stupid when he did it then.
Look at your investment.
No, like
But
if
yeah,
you
it
think
is.
about
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? Like, and that's like he bought it in when did you say 2000?
21.
So 5 years,
5 years.
200%, right? In that same time frame, at its best, the S&P is probably doing
He doesn't
10%
have to
a
plan
year.
for retirement.
No, he doesn't. He
Well,
doesn't need
imagine
one.
just saying I'm going to spend $5 million on a Pikachu card.
Yeah.
I mean, but like that. Okay, he bought it for five mil. He sold it
Yeah.
for 16, right?
Yeah.
200% ROI. The S&P 500 in those same 5 years probably does 10% a year. You're
Yeah.
looking at around 50%, and that's like a good.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the way that the stock market's been going right now, maximum 55% is what you would have made
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
index right now, right? Look at that. This is rich people shit,
So
right?
you're
Like,
saying we should be buying cards?
No, that's
not
a con-
everyone has 16 million.
That's a conversation that sparked up. Not 16 million,
Yeah.
but like there's cards you can buy for a couple grand,
Yeah.
5 grand.
Yeah.
So people are really starting to look at collectibles as legitimate like investment vehicles.
Yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
everyone's jumping into it. O'Leary,
Yeah.
so many people are buying.
There's a bunch of venture capitalists, even Sakamuchi getting into it, right?
Yeah.
So venture capitalists, if they're getting into trading
That should
cards
tell you
now,
something.
yeah, that should tell you something.
Yeah.
It's because rarities and whatever, if you can create scarcity, it's going to raise something in value, but then it can also fall off.
Yeah,
right? You
yeah.
never really know. But you see it with cars too now,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Like high-end luxury cars, like some of them, like they hold value pretty well, right? And same thing with collectible, and you see it with art all the time.
All of them, man.
Right.
Even I feel like it was either Cooper Flag or Cade Cunningham, a game worn jersey.
Yeah.
Their first game worn jersey.
Yeah.
One of the two
Yeah.
sold for $1 million.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like these collectibles are going insane.
It's crazy.
It's a value that they never used to have before.
Because I think you just need a spot to park cash.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Especially these
That's
rich
all it
people.
is.
Yeah,
And like there's only so many, like they don't buy stocks.
I think
like
with
us
this guy
normal
too,
folks. Yeah.
like specifically when it came to this card, he would wear it on he wore it on a 70K chain. He would just wear it around him, right? And
And there's also that factor.
and he fights in WWE,
Yeah.
so he would always have this stupid
How
Pokemon
did it
card.
stay in mint condition?
He kept it in like this
Crazy case.
like
yeah.
good case, and then he would wear it around his neck, right? So it's like, say what you want about these brothers, or they're dumb, whatever. They're good at marketing, or their team that's behind them. They're making money hand over fist. They
not
never
dumb.
lose on an investment.
They're not dumb. They're just like in early days of like. If
I think that really added to it in this case.
What?
The wearing,
wearing
it
it?
all the
Bro,
time.
these
being
guys
like, I
are
have the
master
most-
marketers, man. If
Yeah.
if anyone who's like no, they're not. You're tripping, bro. These guys know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
he puts Prime in the back of like every little like
Exactly.
commercial,
It's always
any
sitting
wherever
there.
he's sitting, he always has that. And like they, I think people look at them early on like the rage bait, side of it. But outside of that, like Jake Paul, obviously what he said about the Super Bowl recently, he got backlash for it, where he's like, "Them account hacked" or whatever the hell that was.
I think a little bit he's an idiot. He's like, they're not real Americans.
I mean, you don't. When you're playing that rage baiting game, you don't know what side, what times you're gonna fall on the wrong side of culture,
Exactly.
right? Like even investing, like we were talking about AI. There's people out here that invest according to cultural and social trends, right? So like if you see, a certain way that social media is headed and like a certain way that comments and stuff and what direction they're moving in. The crazy thing is half of those are bots, right? So who even knows what culture and shit is? Like it's in a weird place right now, but I don't know. I think in terms of investments, like cards, I look at them as like fine art. To our generation of people, you probably don't know as much as like about like certain paintings as you would collector cards.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about the Mickey Mantle,
It's a new
the Kobe
Mona
Jordan,
Lisa, Pikachu.
Right? Yeah.
No, but it's true. You're right, man.
But moving on to a more tragic story. Have you guys heard of Lindsay Clancy?
No.
A little bit.
So she's just she's a woman accused of strangling her 3 children. Their ages 5, 3, and 8 months. Then she, after doing that, attempted to take her own life, jumped out of the window, became paralyzed from the waist down. So this happened a couple years ago, and so she had her first appearance in court this month. So we have a video.
She's got Erica Kirk eyes.
No, so you think that?
Crazy eyes.
So if that's the case, then I think we could come to an agreement.
So I mean, just looking at her eyes, just looking at her like mannerism, like it seems like there's something wrong. So she's pleading non-guilty. She suffered from postpartum psychosis. But like there's so many levels to it. So her mental health physicians prescribed her up to more than a dozen medications that she was on.
What the hell?
And that was prior to her obviously doing this. And then her husband was already in the process of suing them for her being on so much medication. He had already told them that she was a risk. They prescribed her more. Like there's something that was missed.
Wait, this guy's siding with her?
Yeah, so actually her parents are siding with her too.
Really?
Yeah, so she has a lot of support from her.
So
she killed all 3 of his children.
3 of his children.
Yeah. The prosecution is saying that she planned it because she told him to go get food or something.
Yeah.
And so she harmed them while he was gone.
I saw the video of her. I didn't know what the hell happened, but that's crazy. Yeah. And then if he's still backing her though, that's weird. And her parents?
Like postpartum depression, it's real. It's a real thing. Postpartum psychosis, I think it's only like 0.1% of women go through it, but people do go through it. Like your hormones are crazy after you have a child, right? I'm not justifying anything she did. 3 little children's lives are lost. Like I think I don't know, but I think she should be punished for. I think she should be in jail for, or at least a institution, which is where she's been. She also like tried to take her own life. Like she's forever in a wheelchair. She's disabled. So there's something up.
For sure. Yeah.
But the medication, 12 different medications.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, the whoever prescribed her the medication, they have to be held accountable.
100%.
That's pretty crazy to have a patient on 12 different antipsychotic medications or whatever she was taking.
Yeah, so for bipolar, for schizophrenia, for like a bunch of different mental disorders. And so just for some context too, postpartum depression is so common. It's 1 in 7 women now. That's 15% is pretty common. So it can, not that those two are the same things, but they're in the same spectrum. They're related, right? Yeah. So imagine now putting this person on so much medication. Like, you know what medication can do to somebody. And on top of that, not sleeping, like, I'm just saying, I'm not siding with her.
Like I'll preface it the same way, right? Like I don't think, I think when I hear that story, to me, I'm on the side of the 3 kids' lives are lost, right?
For sure.
If you're saying that somebody is also to blame, including her, then sure, right? But mental illness is a real thing, right? And it's not a joke, right? And I think if you've seen it firsthand and you've seen people, I feel like, go through these kind of things, you kind of understand that, the kids, somebody who, if she's on that much antipsychotic medication and you're going to leave her alone with kids.
No, that's crazy.
It's kind of wild, right? To think of it, like if she's on schizophrenic.
Why was she even left alone with them?
Even in the video, they interviewed her mom and her first statement was, she's such a good mother.
What?
Yeah, it's really that part was kind of hard to watch because I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, how are you a good mother? Something. Yeah, even if you had a mental breakdown and the kids are gone, I don't think that's forgivable.
And then her dad responded with, "We fully support her."
That's wild to me. That's
the
crazy
weird part to me.
Her husband too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Her parents,
his children also. Like
I can even get her parents like supporting him, right?
Yeah.
Her, sorry.
Yeah.
But I don't even get that.
No. I can get that, your daughter or whatever. I can understand, but the husband, she killed your 3
You're
kids.
missing the link, bro.
The
grandkids too. You think the grandparents weren't part of those kids' lives?
But for example, if we've talked about something outlandish like this, like say our child committed murder, you not that you support what they did, but you still support your child.
No, I think it's
not your grandchildren, but anybody.
Yeah. What do you mean? That's a nuanced conversation, right? Like it depends on what they did. If it was out of a place where, self-defense, if there was other variables, if they were on some murderous rage because they're a psychopath, why the hell would I support that?
So you wouldn't go to like their court hearings?
No.
Yeah, you would.
No. Why are you telling me what I would do? Like I think
because we're gonna go.
What the hell? We don't have a psychopath. But anyone who has kids or has been through that process knows that hormones are real. And like, if you're gonna, like, to me, when we went through that process, like I was just like, I told Sophia, like, hey, You tell me however long you want me to be at home.
I had the support.
You just
Some
kind of run
women
with it
don't.
whenever you're ready to, like, I'll just, figure whatever the hell I got to do out and just let me know.
And
how you
even
wanna
with
play.
that, I was very hormonal.
Yeah.
Even having that much support.
Yeah.
So imagine someone who, I don't know their situation, right? That doesn't.
But her kids look like they're older.
No, the oldest one was
they're
only 5.
Yeah, okay.
So 5, 3, 8 months.
8 months?
And she allegedly strangled them all with like a fitness belt or something.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear that? Like, it doesn't make you want to.
There's a couple things are going on. She's clearly over medicated.
Right.
Way too many disorders. Why are you giving that much medication? That's weird.
12, like seems
Somebody's
got
to figure that out.
Yeah.
But I can't get over that he's supporting her. So he must have. But then, if you know all that, why the hell are you leaving her alone with your kids?
It's a weird case, man. I don't know, man.
That one's weird to me. The
Well, I
guy's
mean,
supporting
like, think
her.
about it. 24 hours a day, you're just supposed to watch your wife.
If she's crazy,
he literally should have.
She's crazy. You shouldn't leave kids with her. On top of it, if you compound
I
all
think
of
it was
this,
just I'll just quickly go grab food thing. I don't think he thought about it.
Either
that
way,
deep.
man.
if somebody's schizophrenic, they're hallucinogenic.
That's
They've got a whole
she's-
bunch of things
so
that
you know
going through
what?
their mind.
Actually, he asked her when it happened. He's like, "Why did you do that? Like, was it planned?" And she's like, "The voices told me to do it. They said to do it to them and then to do it to myself, and then everything will be fine," or something along those lines.
Right.
No, that's wild.
And that's after it's all like, so she's still in that whatever trans or whatever she was in.
Right. No, I think it's, I don't know, man. A mental illness isn't a joke, and I don't think people should take it lightly. And there's certain situations like that.
Even the doctors, like somebody missed something. Somebody quickly.
That's always
prescribed.
a solution, right? Just to medicate.
Yeah.
And then they look at the effects afterwards. But like, she's getting 12 different kinds of medication.
Yeah, no, even looking at her face, like right away, that's why it's probably going viral.
There was
because
no life behind
it just
those
looks
eyes,
like it looks like evil or like somebody who's, I don't know.
Not 100% not there.
Yeah, 100% not there.
Yeah.
Like just a stoic demeanor, right? Like emotionless, almost you could say. Yeah, sad story. What else we got?
So Netflix just recently released a documentary, America's Next Top Model. It's like a reality check behind the scenes kind of thing of this show. Do you guys remember this show, America's Next Top Model?
Yeah. It was a big deal.
Yeah, so it was like early 2000s. Like I remember being a kid just coming home from school like, watching this, which I'm like, why was I watching this? And it's like such a problematic show. Like so many things that happened on it were getting exposed in this documentary. Like there was a girl that basically got essayed on air, and then she basically cheated on her boyfriend, and then the production made her do a phone call and tell her boyfriend, and all this was aired on the show.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, I was so blackout drunk, like production should have stopped it." There's other things where like Tyra, the producer, she'll try to change the appearance of like the contestants, like surgically, or like get their like teeth redone, or they even had like problematic photo shoots. Like they had one where they're like, "Oh, you'll change your ethnicity." So they're kind of like,
that's crazy.
like blackface and brownface to like a bunch of different like contestants and stuff. Yeah, and it was like really crazy. But then the wild thing was like Tyra Banks took like no accountability in the documentary, even though like such horrible things were happening. And it was just like, I get that it was supposed to be like a reflection of the time. Things were different back then, but like when something's wrong, like it's wrong.
Where's she even at now? Like I haven't heard about her in
Australia.
Yeah.
She has like ice cream stores.
Yeah,
What?
isn't that
Ice
so
cream
random?
stores?
She wants to be known. She says that in the documentary. I want to be known for ice cream.
Who the hell wants to be known for?
You know
ice
what
cream?
I took from this? Like a couple of things. So I didn't realize how much I watched American Next Top Model because I knew everybody they were talking about.
Really?
Yeah, I knew all the main characters. I was like, I must
The
have
show was
watched
a big
24
deal.
out of 25 seasons.
Oh,
People I knew.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like the documentary was kind of boring to me,
Yeah.
except for like what you're saying, those like main events. Like I didn't think it was that great. But what but what she's saying about Tyra Banks, like the way they filmed it, it was kind of a hit piece on Tyra. Like they're because it's like there's like the judges and then there's her, and it's like the judges had all like they were talking all like they don't even talk to each other anymore. I don't know why she agreed to do this. They like why I don't think she knew what the documentary was supposed to be about or how it was supposed to be filmed.
Good, right?
It didn't make her look good at all because like Simmer was saying, she kind of apologized for the race thing once. But the essay, she not only like they filmed it and she's like I had nothing to do with she's executive producer. She had everything to do with producing it. She then had the Tyra Banks show, right? She invited the girl to the show and then made her watch that episode.
Oh my god.
On the show.
The one that she got
the one that got essayed.
Oh wow.
Then like as that's happening, like they show Tyra in the documentary, like this is what you showed her. She's like, yeah, I guess like, I could see that. Not once that I am so like sorry. I'm like none of that. No apologizing, nothing.
That's crazy.
And the craziest thing, like after the whole documentary ends, she's like, "Oh, by the way, new season coming out."
What?
Really?
Yeah, at the end of it.
A new season of America's Top Model?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's a part of the whole shtick then. But like, why would you do a hit piece on yourself?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
That's crazy.
That's because it makes no sense. It was so out of nowhere. Like the whole documentary was like exposing her.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh yeah, next
That's why I feel like she didn't know what the documentary was supposed to be about.
Maybe.
I think they just asked her to do it.
Hasn't this been a thing like in the modeling industry? Super cutthroat. Like
yeah, like even for her, it was probably really hard to be like a black woman going through like being like judged.
Yeah.
But even knowing that and then putting these women through like what she's saying, like this girl had to get her teeth ripped out. That girl actually was like, I'm fine because you guys fixed my smile. But this one girl, they gave her a gap in her teeth. This one girl, they tried to close the gap in her teeth.
Right.
Like they did messed up things at that time. I don't know how. I remember those episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh wow, like they need to get their teeth
So
fixed.
funny.
It was a different time, man.
But they were making white
Nobody
girls
cared.
with black complexions. They were making this one girl East Indian. I remember the East Indian one.
There's the weird
They just put a
shit like
bindi
that?
on her, put a sari on her, and they're like, yeah,
What the hell?
Yeah. And that was, I'm just like, whoa, what's this challenge going to be like?
Maybe I don't remember this show at all. The only thing that I remember more of when it comes to Tyra Banks is the talk show.
Yeah.
I remember her
on
shit.
Fresh Prince.
That was after.
Oh,
she was on Fresh Prince.
That's the only reason I knew who
yeah.
she was at that time.
No, I loved this show.
Didn't she date Bow Wow or some shit too?
Probably.
I think she's a lot older than Bow Wow.
Is she?
She's like Will Smith age.
She's well there.
But anyway, she's making ice cream.
She's making ice cream now? That's just wild,
I don't
man.
know about the next season.
Yeah, it was the last thing on
So it's all marketing
talk.
ploy. These documentaries will get you too, though, because nobody thinks about like you're saying that they're painting a narrative and they're doing it from one angle. There's always two sides to the story.
Yeah.
But like if she seems like she doesn't really give a shit and she's
She doesn't give a shit. Like the way she came across, no accountability.
Well, why are you out in Australia? That's just weird. Maybe she knows.
A lot of celebs I find move to Australia. I don't know if it's nicer there.
Or like Dubai.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you're running from something.
The paparazzi.
I'd move to Australia.
Really? What?
The beaches, the weather.
Only reason
Well,
I've
not
never
good.
gone to Australia is that flight, man.
Wow.
I can't do a flight that long.
Well, I mean, it's as long as India, and you've done that.
Yeah, I'm not going back there.
Really? Never?
I don't
I'll
think
go to Australia.
I don't think I'll ever do a flight over 10 hours or 8.
Never
7
say
hours.
never, man. You're just never say never. Justin Bieber. But yeah, let's move on to conservatives crossing the floor.
Yeah, another one bites the dust.
Yeah. So this happens. We've talked about this shit before.
Yeah.
Both parties do it. Historically, it's happened numerous times. I think one time a liberal crossed over. Harper gave him a cabinet seat. You've also seen, what's her name? Stronach, the Magna guy's daughter.
Yeah.
She was running against Harper. We've talked about this entire thing before.
Yeah.
She's crossed over to liberals and stuff like that. And I know how the rules work within the electoral system. And I get it. Like, it's all completely within the legal framework.
Yeah.
But with all of that said, the thing that happened here is this riding was in Edmonton Riverbend, right? And that riding has been, it was created, I think, in 2015. Since then, it's been a conservative-only ride, right? So for the last 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Even before that, as back as 2004, I think it was called something else before they changed it to this.
Yeah.
And even then, it was, or the riding boundaries were a little different. Even then, from 2004 till 2015, it was entirely conservative.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not about what side you're on, right?
Yeah.
Like if this shit's a democracy, right? Like if the people that, elect the person and then that person just switches over to a completely different, ideology, you shouldn't be like that person has the right to switch over to whatever party whenever they want to.
Yeah.
It should trigger by-elections. I think that should be Canadian law, right? Like I think anytime any of this shit happens, it's just by-elections because the people, us, right? It doesn't matter if you're liberal, conservative, whoever you are, right? This can happen at any time, depending on what side is in power or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think the people, if you vote for somebody and you're voting for a certain ideology, if that person just randomly decides on Wednesday that they want to be, think completely different, you didn't vote for that.
Exactly.
Right?
Especially how our voting system's set up. You voted for a party sometimes, right? A lot of people did. And if it's historically always been blue, that's so undemocratic. How is that democratic?
I even find it like, to me, there's a. I used to think when I was naive and a kid, like I said this before, that majority governments are good to get shit done, right? Minority governments, there's no point. The older I've gotten, and the more you see the political landscape of, it doesn't matter what country, it's kind of almost way better in these democracies to make these people work together, right? Because right now, with everything that I said, does this really matter? No, not really. Like in terms of like votes and stuff that the liberals get, like they don't need the conservatives.
Seats shy, right?
The 3 seats shy of a majority. But they don't need conservatives to work with them to get bills passed. No, they don't, because you can get NDP, so you can make the bloc, right? You can get 3 votes somewhere to get certain bills passed. You can appease certain people. So it's not like they don't kind of have a majority already, right? This would matter way more if they needed conservative votes to pass certain bills, and now they get then it would matter more, right? But they lost one, they gained one. I don't know. I just think that this kind of shit should trigger.
Feels like tampering.
I also feel like you shouldn't. And I know, like, what I'm saying is within the legal framework of how elections work in Canada and how federal politics work in Canada, right? But I think when you're elected, you should have to serve 4-year terms, right? Unless, like, you're forced to resign or, the government's prorogued, shit like that happens, right? Something drastic happens. If you're you shouldn't just be able to, just be like, all right, it seems like I can posture for more power here. Let's just call it a snap election. Right. Like, and you just do this shit so you can keep extending your term whenever because that's just playing politics. Right. And what people do in Canada, I feel like for the most part, if they're on one side, they're like, no, that's fine. You should be able to do that.
That's probably the next move, right? Snap election.
I don't see. The thing with elections is they divide the shit out of a country. Right. And then it takes you forever to get back to, like, some form of, like, people like, all right, it's fine. We'll live with this for another 2 years. And then by the time that happens, another election. Right. Like, and it's just, I don't know. I think it would be better if Canada had rules in place where this kind of shit doesn't happen.
That's the simplest solution. I liked what you said. If he does decide he wants to do that, just trigger a by-election.
Because that's not what somebody voted for.
Exactly.
That's just your opinion. Your opinion changed, so now everyone has to just follow.
And we know it's not his opinion that changed. Right? You're telling me it wasn't courted?
You don't know that, bro. Maybe his opinion changes, man.
Apparently there's a problem with tanking in the NBA.
Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk?
Adam Silver finally thinks that they got a real problem. And he said that it's the worst that it's ever been since he's watched basketball, the tanking problem. So I think you already saw, might have touched on it before. They fined the Jazz $500K and the Pacers $100K for sitting players. It happened pretty recently, right? So now they're talking about it a little more. And Shams Charania, he was reporting that the league will be implementing rules next season. and they informed all GMs that it's going to be happening. So some of the things they're proposing, fines could be followed by revoking draft picks, limiting first-round picks to top 4 or top 14 protected, freezing the lottery odds at the trade deadline. Those are the odds. They don't change. So you can't tank after. Like just flattening everybody's odds entirely.
Right.
Adjusting lottery odds based on 2-year records.
Right.
And then extending lottery odds to include everyone, not just the top teams.
Right.
And then restricting, docking, getting rid of draft picks and stuff. A lot of those, some of those seem like they could work. I like the freezing the lottery odds at the deadline.
Yeah. I think it kind of stops a little bit of this load management stuff.
Yeah.
That just like kind of like sitting players for absolutely no reason and stuff. Sometimes the players like to sit also, but like I think it stops it from the management side where they just go, just send them home.
Yeah.
Right. Like we're not going to do, let them play anymore. Because then, now you lose your draft picks and stuff.
I mean, it's a unique problem that this league has that no other league has.
Tanking doesn't exist in any league?
They tank. Like it doesn't really happen in
You know why though?
In hockey
you know
and
why
stuff.
though?
It doesn't happen.
It's because in basketball, a single superstar could get you pretty far.
This next draft, they're saying is going to be the deepest, one of the deepest in history.
Yeah.
So like, you should be just have better scouting. Like follow the San Antonio model, or the Raptors model. Like we drafted well.
Yeah, but San Antonio got Wemby, right?
Yeah.
If you want to follow that model, you tank, you get Wemby, right? Even San Antonio model, like bro, they had David Robinson, one of the best players in the league, and that's the year they got Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, structurally, something has to change, and I think that's what is required. I don't think $500,000 any of these teams care about. They'll keep paying those fines.
Yeah.
So you got to do something of that nature.
Yeah. It has to be some shit where picks go away or picks get locked in or shit like that. You lose your picks if you tank or some shit. So, I don't hate it, man. I think it's good.
Something has to address it. You want them competing, right?
It's also getting very complicated now. First, second aprons and all this shit, salary caps and shit like that. Like as a kid, it used to be so much easier to follow teams like, franchise and financial models and stuff and be like, oh, like, okay, maybe if they get this player and this player, that's their salary. Now it's so much more complicated.
It's like a whole web just to make a trade work.
Yeah,
and even Silver, if you look at Silver, I feel like his tenure is going to be looked at in two ways. Like, he was beloved by the players and he did well financially. Biggest deals ever, like $10 billion, however many. I forget the numbers. But he kind of lost control of the league in a way that Stern never did.
No.
Stern still, what he said happened. And he made, like, people followed what he had to say, right? He enforced rules.
It's also a different era, man. A lot of these players have...
Player empowerment got out of hand.
Well, it's like that in every league now. Everyone's got a podcast. Everyone's got their own brand. Even in hockey, right? It's in every single league. Football, hockey, basketball. Like, everyone is a brand, right? So when that starts happening, the popularity of these players is so massive that their brand is worth more than what their salaries are.
Yeah.
Right? And so how are you going to stop that?
Yeah.
They're going to do whatever they want. It's business.
Yeah, the brands. Yeah. A lot of these players are making way too much money. And then we got this guy over here who's got a brand, but he likes talking to himself sometimes online, right? Kevin Durant got booked with another burner account on Twitter. Yeah, there's signs that this account was linked to him. Yeah, so he's kind of just flaming some of his past teammates here. He's just like, I can't trust Jabari to make a shot or get a stop. Just don't give him a tech. He's low-key retarded. And then he goes on to say, since MJ punched Kerr in the face, he doesn't go dark skin. If you don't screen and pass up shots for Steph, you getting waived. And he got traded, right, to another team.
Yeah.
And he goes on.
Well, he's saying a couple of things there.
Yeah.
How do you know that this is his account?
So
like, why are they saying it?
I should say that it's all alleged. Nothing's been confirmed. They did ask him about it, and he's like, He didn't deny it.
He's done this before, though.
He has done it
He's
before.
openly admitted
that he has a
Oh.
burner account.
to having burners, multiple burner accounts, and he's been caught before. And now, so this account, it follows a lot of his like friends and same profiles that he follows on his personal account.
That's kind of dumb. No, like if you're trying to have a burner account, you're following all your friends on your burner account.
You
Like, what's the
shouldn't,
point of the
right?
burner account?
And he's not denying any of it, right? And that's just more fuel. I don't know. It feels pretty legitimate. It's all alleged, though. Nothing's confirmed.
It seems like when he first had a burner account, he's doing the same sort of shit.
Yeah. And how specifically he's talking? He's just talking shit about his past teammates.
Bro, but he's like pretty open with like his opinions these days in the NBA anyways,
Yeah.
right? So why would you do this? This just seems a little stupid.
When I saw the interview, ask him about it. Looked like a guilty guy to me. I don't know. Just reading what he was saying.
Just body language and shit.
But
I don't know, but that shit's hilarious. He's like, he's low-key retarded.
There's more of them. People are making fake ones. You can't even
that's
discern
what
them.
people start doing.
There's more of them, but they're funny, man. And I don't know what his goal was here, but
No, what do you mean? He's annoyed with some of his teammates. He's letting his opinions be heard, bro.
just text your friends in the group. You don't got to be on Twitter.
He wants the world
He's
to know.
addicted to
be
Twitter,
petty.
this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just loves making burner accounts on
Social
Twitter.
media is dangerous for some people, man.
Yeah.
Leave that shit alone. Leave that shit alone.
Floyd Mayweather's coming back to boxing.
Yeah.
So it was announced on April the 25th. Mike Tyson, he's still fighting, is going to be fighting Floyd Mayweather in Congo. So, yeah, Tyson's about to be 60. Floyd's about to be 49.
I
And
thought Tyson was done after his Jake Paul fight.
yeah, that's what he said. And then
Yeah,
there's
now he's back.
Then somebody
get some more
smaller
money.
gets in the ring.
So the crazy thing after this was, so they agreed to the fight, and then a couple days later, Mayweather unretires.
Yeah.
He says he's returning to professional boxing.
Right.
He's like, I still have what it takes to make more records in the sport of boxing. So he retired after he beat McGregor. He's 50-0.
Yeah.
He stopped. He's coming back to boxing.
Right.
So is this just a gimmick promo for the fight?
No, that's all it is. He's not coming back to box. He's not gonna come back and fight like a.
He's gonna fight
Stevenson
another
or Ryan
Pacquiao.
Garcia. He's not gonna do that. Yeah, he's gonna do this shit. He's gonna. It's just because if he's unretired, does this Tyson fight count?
No, after the Tyson fight, he's doing that.
Oh, after the
This
Tyson.
isn't an exhibition fight.
I don't know, man. He's kind of too old to be fighting these young cats, bro.
Do we even want this as fans? Do we want
That's what I was gonna
50-year-olds
say.
fighting each other?
How long? Like, how much of this goes on? Where you
boring.
It's not. People are gonna tune in, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, everyone's gonna tune in. Who didn't watch the Anthony Joshua? Like, bro, not as many people probably watched the Ryan Garcia fight that just happened like last weekend, and then the Anthony Joshua Jake Paul fight headlines.
100%.
Right.
Good marketers, right? I'm getting tired of the like old people fighting, and
No, especially these gimmicky fights, right? Like you have a heavyweight fighting a little guy, man, like, and then 50, 60-year-olds, like it's kind of crazy, right? The CTE could, climb up on
what's
you.
he gonna do now? Be like, oh, I'll take on Pacquiao now. No one cares anymore about all the fights you did. You're 50.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You're supposed to fight him when you're 30.
Yeah. Like the only people that could like right now reignite that kind of stuff is people recently retiring, right? Like Bud Crawford if he fought Canelo again. Like that kind of shit people want to see. Those are, best fighters in boxing, right? Floyd Mayweather right now is like,
he's a big name.
One of the GOATs in boxing for sure.
Yeah.
Right. But I feel like he's I don't know, man. These old head fights, like, yeah, man. At some point, people should get retired of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the last thing we got here is that MLB is introducing the ABS Challenge System this year.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it?
This is the strike zone thing, right?
Yeah. So they're testing it in spring training, but they're actually going to bring it into the season, right? We have a picture of like how it looks. So that's the first one they had in spring training this year. So it's basically just they have a certain strike zone and they adjust it for height, right? Each player's height. And then that's what a challenge would look like. And then you can see it automatically tells you it's a strike and it's over.
Yeah.
Right. So the thing, it stands for automated ball strike system. And each team starts off with 2 challenges. So the way it's going to work, right? They start off with 2 challenges, and then you retain the challenge if you win.
Yeah.
So the way to initiate it is the player taps on their head or helmet to signal a review. Only the pitcher, catcher, or batter can initiate the challenge. The other players in the dugout and the manager are strictly prohibited.
Oh, shit.
So it's only them that can do it, and each team gets 2.
Yeah.
Right? And the review only takes 15 seconds. It's automated, whatever
so whatever the automated thing is, they don't go in the booth to check not like
15
football or
seconds
NBA referees replay.
That's the call.
Okay, so then if it's not slowing down the game, I don't hate it because there are certain pitches where you're like, bro, that was a clean strike, right? And it's not, right? And it happens all the time in baseball, right?
Yeah, you challenge it, you get to look at it, and what are you going to deny? The robot said it's good, right?
That's the other thing. I don't know.
Glitches?
That's the thing. If it does glitch, they accounted for everything. Like I looked at the whole thing.
Yeah.
If the system fails or glitches, the original call stands, and you keep your challenge.
I've even seen have you ever seen the umpire's angle? And people like, you think it's easy to call balls and strikes?
So hard.
What is this? It's not easy, bro.
It's really hard.
Especially if somebody who's not a professional.
Somebody throwing 100 miles, you can't tell what the hell is going on.
And these guys get it right most of the time. But yeah, the automated system, man.
You think they're trying to automate that job? Get rid of it?
Umpire? No.
They've been talking about it forever. They don't need it.
Yeah.
Right? They're showing you that there's a robot that can do the job.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a ceremonial at this point, right? Like you just kind of stand there.
But I was looking for like something wrong with it.
Yeah.
It seems like they looked at everything. 15 seconds. It's not like these stupid challenges in the NBA. It takes 40 minutes to end a game, right?
For sure. And sometimes like a strike that's called, when it wasn't, like it can shift the momentum of a game.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it takes that doubt out of the players, the batter's mind, whatever.
Yeah.
And everyone lives with the call, right?
Yeah.
I don't see any flaws with it. I think it just adds to the game.
No, I think it's good. I like it, man. I like it.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see what happens with the Blue Jays too this season, right?
Yeah.
Spring training's on its
Can't unlodge that ball out of the stands.
Right? You can't do that.
Wrong team won there.
Yeah, the wrong team.
Wrong teams keep winning.
Or we just keep losing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the question segment. So we'll start with a Canadian snack question. So name the better Canadian snack. I'm going to give you 2, and you all have to agree on one.
She's setting the rules.
Okay.
So between Lay's ketchup chips and all dress ruffles.
Ketchup chips are my favorite.
I'm not really a fan
like
of
them
all
both.
dress.
All dressed.
I like them both.
We can do majority rules.
I'll go ketchup.
All right, ketchup.
That's so Canadian.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay, so
Well, they're all
now
Canadian.
All dressed is Canadian.
Yeah, I know. I just realized
they're
that.
all Canadian. So now ketchup chips or
Oh, it's like
coffee
this
crisp.
elimination?
Coffee crisp.
Oh, coffee.
Coffee
Coffee
crisp.
crisp.
Yeah.
Okay, coffee crisp or Timbits.
Coffee crisp.
Coffee crisp.
Really?
Timbits.
Timbits?
Really?
Timbits are mid as
They're
hell.
whatever.
Really?
Hot
What?
takes?
Maybe
Even
the sour
those-
cream one, but other than that, nah.
No, the birthday cake one, no?
Yeah, that's the sour cream glaze
And
with
the
just sprinkles on it.
chocolate.
Wow. All right. I'm just gonna. All right, fine.
Chocolate-
Coffee
More than a
crisp.
coffee-
Oh,
you
yeah,
love
fine,
coffee
fine. I
crisp.
do, but I was
I
like,
just
yo, it's
think
not that
Timbits are
great.
overrated.
All right,
I
cool,
agree.
Fine.
Okay, coffee crisp or Kinder Surprise.
Coffee crisp.
Coffee crisp.
Wow, I didn't know you guys love coffee
I
crisp.
hate Kinder
so
Surprise.
much.
I think the chocolate's
Who's eating
whack.
a Kinder Surprise
Other than my
right now?
daughter.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
loves
she
them.
loves them right now.
She calls it a surprise egg.
And she likes the chocolate of it.
Yeah.
The chocolate is so good. It's better than coffee crisp, so I'm a little surprised. Okay, next. Coffee crisp or the President's Choice Decadent chocolate chip cookies?
President.
Oh, those are good. The decadent.
Yeah, the brown.
All right, I'll pick
Oh,
the
the
I'm going
brown.
cookies. I just like cookies.
Yeah.
cookie.
But decadent's
I
good.
just like
I just like cookies. I heard cookies. I like cookies. Yeah, no.
I'm down with the cookies.
Yeah, I'm down with the cookies.
Okay, cookies or Aero chocolate?
Cookies.
Cookies.
Okay, cookies or Joe Louis?
Cookies.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, Julie was
Yeah,
fire.
but they don't hit the
Yeah.
same.
No, I've never had them since.
I tried it.
He said yesterday. One on the way here.
Cookies.
Okay, cookies or Smarties?
Cookies.
Cookies.
Okay, cookies or Swedish berries?
Cookies.
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 Okay, so then that's
Decadent
your
cookies.
favorite. That's your favorite Canadian snack. Okay, last question. So rank the what?
I'm laughing at myself.
She just keeps yelling cookies.
Okay, rank the following scenarios without knowing what's next. So the first one, no vacations for the next 10 years.
Jesus.
Nah.
One is the worst, or what is it?
Yeah, 1 is the worst and 5 is.
Rank them without knowing what comes next, right?
I don't know how
So,
bad this could possibly get, but that seems pretty shitty.
That
Vacations
seems
are pretty
like
shitty,
one,
man.
right? Like really bad.
So they're
Wow,
all kind of
no.
like
for 10
negative
years.
scenarios.
10 years.
Yeah.
No vacation for 10 years
Yeah, but some people can't even afford vacations.
for the next 10 years. Or we are not those people.
Yeah, but Sophia, come on. Look, we'll put that at 3.
Jeez.
3.
2?
2.
Wow, 2.
I
You guys love vacations, right?
Nah.
No. Whatever that was, no.
3?
No.
We'll just make it 2 as
All
well.
right, we'll make it 2.
Okay.
Okay, the next one is delete all photos from your phone with no backups.
I
That's
don't
fine.
care.
I don't care
That's
about that.
fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Dude.
what?
Like, I take so many pictures that I never look at. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I want all the pictures of my kid. But
Yeah.
no,
But
I'm
you
fine.
wouldn't have any of those either.
But I have my kid.
So where are we putting that? 5?
5. I don't really care about
I don't
this
really
picture.
care either.
You oh, no, if you care, then we
Then
can
we'll do
bump it up.
4.
Sure. 4.
4? 4.
Okay, the
Andy loves
next one.
pictures.
Wear the same outfit every day for 2 years.
I don't care about that either.
Yeah, that's not
That doesn't bother me
Yeah,
though.
But that's
doesn't
like
bother me.
any event you go to
I just
in
won't go.
public.
He's just like, I'm not going anywhere for 2 years. He's like, that's what I want anyways.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So what number?
The worst is
1?
1.
No, I mean, the worst is, the least.
Number 1 is worse. So what number is this?
That's like 5 then.
5?
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Okay, the next one is never listen to music again.
See, that one's bad.
That was bad.
That's worse than vacations.
Not
That
for
is-
me.
Really?
Yeah, not for me.
No music ever?
In
More
your
than
life.
vacations.
Yeah, but music is in movies.
What the hell are you gonna do on the
TV
vacation? You got no
shows.
music.
She didn't say movies.
Dancing.
She
No,
said
music. Music
So
is
what? When you're
gone.
watching a movie, it's just gonna go mute.
Zero mute.
Yeah.
All right, then
No
it's gonna
background
go mute.
music.
I don't like
You
musicals
just hear
anyways.
in like Avengers, whatever
What
that
it is, a good for. Absolutely nothing.
Rush Hour, but whatever. Yeah,
All
that was so
Where
bad.
did we rank
You're
that?
putting it number 1.
We put 1. She's clearly upset with that. You want to put 3?
Sure. Okay.
So
what's
then
the
the next
worst?
one's the worst one.
Yeah,
the next
this
one
is
will
on
be
you.
number 1.
This is on you.
Yeah.
So the next one or the last one is live without air conditioning for the next 5 years.
5 years, not that bad. I could do that.
Yeah, who wants to live without air conditioning, bro?
I need air conditioning.
Yeah.
I could do that.
No,
He's
we're
a fan.
fine. And with that, remember, we're not experts at anything. Neither are most of these people giving their opinions online, so you guys should always do your own research, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Take care, everybody.
Peace.